Okay, look what I got. So you could probably guess what this reading vlog is going to be all about. This. Like, can we just take a moment to appreciate this book? Like, wow. So it's currently the 19th and I did get it a day late, unfortunately. But yesterday I couldn't wait, so I ended up getting the ebook. I know, but it was so hard seeing that other people got their copies and I was like, I need this. So I did get up to chapter 6, so not very far, because I wanted to wait for my physical copy, and so I had to force myself to stop and move on. And I thought, if I move on to another Hoover book, that would be great. It didn't work. But you know, so I'm going to go and read some more of this. I'm hoping to finish it tonight because I'm already loving it, and I'm only 33 pages in, so I'm going to go and continue, and I will give you all an update when I have one.
I wake up, I don't wanna make my bed, I'll save up all my energy. Instead you take up all the energy I have inside, and I can't find a way to just ignore it. And I can't really take it anymore, 'cause I can't stop you from running around through my mind. Won't stop running, never will. I'll take some melatonin pills this time.
Okay, so I'm now on page 93 and I'm currently reading Atlas's letter to Lily that he wrote, and it's several pages long, so you know, I'm getting through it, but it's just amazing so far, and I just want to keep reading. So I'm gonna go read more and I will come back to you when I've got an update, but I'm enjoying it so far.
When you're not here, the sun don't shine. When you're not near, I don't feel like I do when you're with me.
So I am now on page 142 and it's getting so good. So Atlas just found out something and it was shocking, it was very surprising, but now I'm on chapter 16, which is Leah's point of view. So we're going to see what's going to happen, but I really want to get to the point of like when Aurel kind of finds out, you know, so I'm going to continue reading, but it's really good so far. Okay, so I have finally finished It Ended Us by Colleen. Like, this book, 5 out of 5 stars. Like, wow, like, if I could give this more than 5 stars, I would. Now, being quiet because my sister is asleep, it's very late, so I apologise, but I just have to talk about this book. So what I loved about this book, all the letters that Atlas was writing to Lily and all that was great. What Raoul did and like the way Raoul was acting, no, it was disgusting. Atlas's mother, disgusting as well, but I think she got to improve, you know. But yeah, I love everything about this book, and I feel like it was a great like wrap up to their story. So yes, I definitely love this so much. I think what I would like in the future, I don't know if anyone else has said this because I haven't watched any reviews yet, I'm just about to do that, but I would like a story of like Emerson when she's like older. I think that would be interesting. Like, comment down below if you agree, but I think that would be like a great story. But for Lily and Atlas's story. I think it was a great wrap up. So that is the end of this spoiler-free section. If you are leaving now, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Now on to the spoiler section for It Ends With Us. So, while I was reading this, I did make some notes on here. So, I am going to be looking at this. Got my notes. Okay, so the first note that I wrote was Rob making a big deal over Emerson's middle name. Like, okay, so originally he thought that Emerson's middle name is Dory, and that's from like the film Finding Nemo. And he watched it and he just automatically assumed it was to do with Atlas, even though Lily was saying no, it's something to do with me. That film has like a special connection to me. I watched that film before I even knew Atlas. He was not having it, and it was chaotic, and you could tell that Lily was terrified because of how angry he was getting. It was crazy over a name that she's clearly telling him isn't about Atlas. It was about a film that was meaningful to her, and Emerson is like Ra's partake in her name, in their daughter's name, and Dory, Emerson's middle name was like Lily's choice, obviously, and he was making a big deal out of a name. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, moving on. The second note is Atlas found out he has a brother who was vandalizing his restaurant. So Atlas realised that this young boy was kept like coming to his restaurant and vandalising the place, and he saw this on his cameras, and he like noticed. And then his mother came to his restaurant one day and was like, "Your brother's been missing for 2 weeks." And I was like, "I'm sorry, I have a what? I didn't know I had a brother." And his mother was like, "Yes, you did. You know I was pregnant when you decided to leave." But he was kicked out by his mother and Tim, his stepfather. So all of that drama, and then he finally like catches the boy who was vandalizing his restaurant, and it turns out it was his brother, which he had an idea of when he saw and like spent the night at the restaurant to find it. And that is when they started to like kind of have like a connection, like kind of like a bond, and it was like great ever since then. The third one is Lily being scared to tell Riley about Atlas. So yeah, throughout this whole book it is pretty much about like Lily being kind of like afraid to move on. Like she wants to, and she knows that she's ready for that in a way, but she's afraid that Raoul will like put a step back on that and, you know, get aggressive kind of. But throughout the book I feel like it was done very well, from like my knowledge of things, and it was great. And then when Lily fell asleep on the first day, Alice writing a letter, say Lily fell asleep on their first date because obviously she's tired. She's a mother. She rarely gets enough sleep, so she ends up falling asleep. But while she's asleep for, I think it's a good hour, Atlas decides to write Lily this very sweet letter, and it was just so cute. Then this isn't in order, by the way, if you're wondering. I just wrote my thoughts. Next one is when Atlas finds out about Lily's tattoo that she had on her collarbone where he used to kiss her. Like, his reaction to that. At first she thought it wasn't going to be a good reaction, but it turns out that it was just because he realised kind of why she had a scar there and what Raoul did. If you read the first book, you'll know. Then Raoul inspecting the wine glass that Atlas drunk out of, and his reaction to that, the way he like pushed her against the wall and like kind of strangled her. Like, I'm sorry, no, that is disgusting. People who are saying that Raoul has changed, like, no, I'm sorry, he hasn't. That is just completely wrong. And then the messages that Raoul sends to Lily the next day, and he uses the excuse of he was drunk. I'm going to read you some. Okay, so this is the messages she gets. You disappoint me, Lily. You treat me like a monster. I'm her goddamn father. I was happier before I met you. Have fun effing the homeless guy. Like, why? Nothing involves you. And then when Rao went to punch Atlas, and the way Atlas reacted to that was like, it was amazing. Like, keep calm. And it's all good. I just love that. Also, I find it really cute when Atlas just goes to Lily's to give her a hug, like, that's it. And then, like, he leaves. Like, that's just so cute. Okay, another thing is that I find Atlas's mother disgusting, but I think she could, like, can improve. She isn't, like, permanently like that. And the last thing is when Atlas wrote the letter to ask her to move in. Oh, and another thing, the end of the book, when he adds to his vows, the last bit. Okay, so he adds, P.S. It was my wish for you to be my fish, and that was because Theo was like, I'm surprised you haven't added that to your vows. I found that really funny. So yeah, that is the conclusion. That is all of my thoughts. That's everything I wanted to rant about, and I just absolutely love this book, and if you haven't read it yet, I highly recommend. It's amazing. So that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you want to see you in my next video. Bye.